Reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network.
You're listening to WoW Pet Battle Crew. This show is brought to you by Doghouse Systems. Choose your weapon with Doghouse Systems. By Audible. Get your free audiobook and your free trial today. By GoDaddy. Put your website to work while you play. Hello and welcome to episode 42 of WoW Pet Battle Crew, where small creatures fight to the death for our amusement. I'm your host, Josh Augustine, and well, the show is finally back, my friends. I apologize for the super long break that we took from the show, but it was for a good cause. My son Gideon was born, and both him and mom are healthy. He's now 4 months old and as adorable as an entire flock of fluffy stuffed animals. Thanks to everyone who sent congratulations and kind wishes our way when he was born. And thank you to everyone else who stayed enthusiastic about pet battles even while the show was off. But we're back in, so let's jump right into it. This week, Warlords of Draenor is coming out tonight. Or, if you already live in the EU, it's already out. So, you lucky jerks, I hope you're appreciating it. I'm sure we'll all be having fun leveling up our new characters, building up our garrisons, getting ganked while fighting over quest mobs. Launch days. But don't forget our primary goal in the expansion. In between collecting, the slaying, the looting, all that good stuff, we need to keep our eyes peeled for the battle pets to collect. There are 114 battle pets being added into the game in Warlords of Draenor. That is a ridiculous amount of pets. Eventually, we're going to tame them all, let's be honest, but we can't get all 114 at once. So I looked through all of them, and I'll have a convenient link on the blog post so you can look through all of them too yourself, in case you don't trust me. But I was looking to spot any that I think will be particularly interesting or powerful early on. So hopefully we can grab these ones quickly and then dominate the pet battle scene before everyone else catches on to the top pets. And hey, our recommendation for the Ruby Droplet has to buy some street cred, right? We were on that gravy train before anybody else knew what was going on. So now that our showboating is out of the way, let's jump right into it. This is the list of Warlords of Draenor's pets that you simply cannot miss. These are listed in alphabetical order, so not like a tiered ranking. I'm just going to go through them alphabetically, and you can decide which one you're most excited about. Up first is the Ancient Nest Guardian. You get this guy from Archaeology. It's one of 2 new Archaeology pets, so it means it's probably going to take us a little while to get it. But why do we like it? It's got strong abilities overall, and it has Feathered Frenzy. This is the super interesting ability, right? So Feathered Frenzy is 3-turn cooldown. It's a flight ability. Attacks wildly, dealing 17 to 32 flying damage and entering a frenzy for 1 round. While frenzied, damage dealt is increased by 50%, and the user takes damage as if they were a flying pet. So this pet is normally mechanical, so it has cool abilities like Metal Fist, Extra Plating, Wind Up, but then you can pop this to turn into a flight pet for when you just need to extra dominate those beast opponents, and it's just a really cool ability, right? A 50% damage steroid on top of all those cool abilities. That's a lot of nice versatility to outplay your opponents. Number 2, the Axebeak Hatchling, and combined with Bloodbeak, because they have the same abilities, you get it in Gorgrond. It's just a normal pet battle, you collect it. This one has both Rain Dance and Nocturnal Strike. If you don't remember, Rain Dance heals you and boosts your hit and crit chance by 50%, and Nocturnal Strike has a 50% hit chance, so 100% with Rain Dance on, and it deals doubled normal punching damage. Awesome combination. Number 3, the Wasps. Warlords of Draenor is doing this interesting thing where they're taking some pretty generic pet types, right, like wasps, crabs, that sort of stuff, and all the zones have their own variant of it, like, oh, the wild moth, the dark moth, the sticky moth, whatever. So the wasp is another one of those where they have several types of them. But these are not your Zangarmarsh wasps. These guys have the awesome poison plus puncture wound combo that the Death Adder Hatchling had from the Timeless Isle. But it also comes with an amazing new buff that's new in Warlords of Draenor called Focus. A few pets have it. We'll talk about it later on as well. But it's focuses intently, increasing your speed, hit, and critical strike chance by 25% for 5 rounds. So that's basically getting 125% hit, a 125% crit, and 125% speed for 1 turn, which just pays off really well, especially with poison and puncture wound. You can really surprise them. Number 4, the Gronlings. Oh, these are my favorite pet in the expansion. So listen up. If you had already lost interest, shame on you. It's less than 5 minutes in. But pay attention now. We don't know how to get these pets yet. It seems maybe like they'll come off of a boss, right? Because they're called Dwarf Gronling and Runtish Gronling. I'm not even sure what a Grondling is. It looks like some sort of weird Cyclops ogre. But let me tell you about this ability. This is also a new ability, also a buff, called Giant's Blood. 3-turn cooldown, 100% hit chance, howls with Primitive Fury, restoring 222 health, which is basically a basic punch, and increasing damage dealt by 25% for 3 rounds. That is a great heal and a great steroid combined into one. This guy is going to be a tremendous bruiser. He's going to heal up. He also has Rupture, so he can deal damage and stun you. And then he's just going to keep increasing his damage dealt by 25% every single time. Whew, it's going to be brutal. All right, number 5, the crabs, the crabs, the crabs! There's so many new crabs, just like the wasps. And these are all over the place. Every single zone has one. But this is why we like it. It has the classic bleed plus blood in the water combo with a very powerful reflection ability added on top. That's Spiny Carapace, 2-turn cooldown, deals 8 aquatic damage each time you take direct damage. But here's the catch. The effectiveness is tripled for 1 round if this ability is used while already active. It lasts for 5 rounds, so you can do this ability 3 times to get triple twice. Not only are you bleeding them out with dots, hitting them for huge with blood in the water, you're also making sure that they take damage every time they hit you. This is a great way to kind of spend your turns in between keeping the dot up so you're not wasting turns spamming the dot ability. Number 7, Firewing, the sweet flaming vulture bird thing. You get it from the menagerie at the garrison, which honestly I have no clue how it works, but I'm going to figure out when we jump into Draenor tonight and I earn my garrison and just choose everything related to pet battles, which I hope you will too. But here's why we like it. He has a solid spammable DPS combo with a nice scaling heal attached to it. He is going to trade really well. So he has Scorched Earth, that's the weather effect that deals damage and then makes everyone burning. Then he has this awesome new spammable called Deep Burn, which deals 13 elemental damage, and it deals double damage if the target is burning. So that's approximately a 30% more damage than a basic punch if the enemy is burning. So he can light the world on fire, burn them, and then keep healing himself over and over and over, which is awesome. With Healing Flame, which is basically Cauterize. Heals himself for 20 health plus half of the last hit taken by the user. So if you time that right, you can get a ton of healing out of that ability. This guy is going to be brutal against everything except Elemental, right? Because Elemental avoids all the weather attacks. That's always the downfall to these pets. I still think he's going to be pretty fun. Number 8, the Forest Sproutling. Now there are a bunch of these different Sproutlings, and all of them are kind of okay, but this, I think, is the best one. Not only does it have an ability called Fist of the Forest, which is fantastic. Yes, you will punch them with the entire forest, which is actually a great burst damage ability on a long cooldown. He's just a great swap pet. He has high burst damage with that Fist of the Forest, and he applies a shield to your whole team with Refuge, a new ability that adds a shield that blocks the next attack on all of your pets. So each pet gets an individual shield to last 6 rounds. He's not a standard pet, right? But I think he's going to be awesome in a team that's swapping out pets a lot. So like a Feign Death combo or something like that, or a lot of stuns where you can afford to swap him out. He's going to be a great in. Deal his damage, shield your team, swap it out, and bring something else in to do damage. Oh, and you get the Forest Sproutling from a vendor. He's actually a rep reward with the Steamweedle quote-unquote Preservation Society. I have no idea what's going on there, but it's probably some crazy goblin thing. Go out there, they'll give you this sweet pet. Number 9, the Frostfur Rat. This one you get from Frostfire Ridge. Oh, how appropriate named. Just a normal pet battle. But this guy is a bully. He is going to be so obnoxious. He's also a great counter to non-elemental healers. He's got Call Darkness. That's the weather effect that reduces all healing and deals heavy damage. And then he's got a spammable attack that deals bonus damage if the enemy is blinded, which Call Darkness does. So as long as they aren't elemental, you're dealing bonus damage on a spammable attack, which is awesome. Then of course he's got Crouch to just keep himself alive for more and more turns. He's going to be super obnoxious to kill, hard to heal against. He's going to be really good, I think. And 10 golden dawn feathers. I didn't actually plan my list so that number 10 would be called Golden Dawn Feather, but it's too perfect. I had to use it. All right, so this is a cool little peacock-looking thing that you can capture in a pet battle in the Spires of Arak zone. The heals on this guy, man, the heals! He's got Sunlight, which is the weather effect that boosts healing and boosts his maximum health by a ton. And then he has Love Potion, which heals for 25% of your maximum health. So it gets double boost from Sunlight. It's going to be a brutal combination to kill. And then all you have to do is just keep pecking them. He's got a basic punch, 100% hit chance, 20 damage every turn. Just peck, 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 peck till they die. And did I mention it's an awesome peacock? 'Cause this guy looks rad. I want to play him just for that. Just like, it's extra insult to be killed by a cute little peacock. Number 11, Hate Spark the Tiny. Now this guy actually dropped during the WoW 10th anniversary event. I have no clue if there's any way to get it again. I hope so because I missed the event. And this pet looks incredible. But I wanted to put it on the list just in case anyone like me hasn't really been doing pet battles for a while, maybe accumulated this guy. You have to use this. It looks basically like Ragnaros 2.0, which makes sense because I think it dropped from Ragnaros. So he is non-weather based, burn synergy to the extreme. And he's got cool utility, unlike Ragnaros, with heals and suicide AoE damage. This pet is awesome. If you have it, you need to use it. If not, we need to start a petition to make it so we can still earn it because we are missing out. Number 12, the Lanticore Spawnling. This drops from the Lanticore and the new Upper Blackrock Spire, which will be there throughout the entire expansion and in the foreseeable future. So this guy is for everyone. Why we like it? I mean, let's just be honest. Sleeping Gas in the new design is just a great ability. It's one of those ramp-up abilities where it deals low damage at first, but then gets higher and higher and higher. And every time you use it, 25% chance to put the target to sleep for 1 round. That's a free bonus heavy CC effect that is guaranteed to make them miss a turn or force a pet swap, depending on whether you go before or after them. He also has Cataclysm in there, which is kind of a wash. You kind of have to take it for his middle ability, but on his third ability, he has Ancient Blessing, which is fantastic. Heal for 28 health, which is more than a normal punch, and increase the maximum health by 5 per level, just like usual. Awesome. And let's be honest, I love Dragonkin pets. I mean, Dragonkin spamming Sleeping Gas is just going to be brutal. You're going to proc that passive eventually. It's just a matter of time, and he's going to be slept while you do it. It's going to be great. Spooky number 13 is the not-so-spooky, adorable Meadow Stomper Calf. Aw, little elephant. So cute. You get him from a quest in the Grand. I really wanted to like this guy because he has an ability that's called Tough and Cuddly, and you're just, aw, man, I love this guy. But he's not very good. Sorry, elephant. Don't get him. Number 14, Mechanical Scorpid. Let's stop for a second and talk about why engineers are building all this really weird stuff. This is an engineering pet. Why are engineers out there, like when they can build sky golems and they can build autonomous robots, why are they building tiny little scorpions? What are they doing? Are they trying to is this like to prank their teacher or something? I don't know. Anyways. Alright. We like it because it has the classic snake poison combo we talked about before, where it applies a poison, has puncture wound. Like the Death Adder hatchling, it also has blinding poison as an option. Unlike the Death Adder hatchling, it also has the Raptor's Black Claw ability. Do you remember that? Adds bonus damage to every hit, lasts 3 rounds. And that's a lot of damage per hit, and this thing has a lot of dots. But the cool thing about this pet, and the reason why I really like it, it has some cool combos, right, with those poisons, is that all 6 of its abilities are awesome. Barb Stinger, which is the poison dot, Blinding Poison, Black Claw, Wind Up, Puncture Wound, and Extra Plating. You can take any combination of those 6 abilities and get a solid pet. I think there's going to be several viable builds with this pet. Number 15 is Molten Corgi. Now, I have to apologize to everyone else that missed the 10th anniversary. This one I know you can't get, so I can't even give you false hope. It's not even cageable. If you don't have it, you can't use it. But if you have it, you got to use it. This is the new best pet-catching pet in the game. It's basically like the Terrible Turnip, but way less terrible. Number 16, engineering couldn't have all the fun. Mining gets the Ore Eater, which is this gross little rock-looking dude. Yeah, of course it's for miners. But it has a very unique combo that I really like. It has Body Slam, which is one of those abilities where you deal, 30 damage to the enemy, but also 13 to yourself. So you're kind of hitting both of you at the same time. But unlike all the other pets that have this also has a shield. It has shell armor that reduces up to 15 damage from each attack against you. So let's look at that closer. Reduce 15 damage, Body Slam only deals 13 to you. So you're getting the bonus damage of 30 damage to the enemy every single time instead of 20. That's 50% damage increase without any penalty. That is awesome. I think this guy's going to be a great bruiser that just goes out, puts on shell armor, body slams and acid touches until the enemy pet is just dead. Number 17, you're going to notice that alphabetically, apparently, all the good pets are up front, because we're jumping through the last half of this alphabet in like 1 or 2 pets. Number 17 is Servant of Demidos. I don't know what his name is, but it drops in Shadow Moon Valley off of that guy. And it's all magic, but it's one of the best magic pets I've seen so far. It has Magic Sword, which is or an ability that I love, which is it deals 17 magic damage, slightly less than normal, but has an innate 50% chance to critically strike. So you could think of that as 50% more damage, which actually puts it at around 25 damage. So 5 more damage on average every single time you use it. It's totally spammable, 100% hit. I love it. And his other cooldown abilities have great sustain and control to just mix it up. So he gets to use Siphon Anima, which, deals damage and heals himself for the full amount. And then Soul Rush, which is huge damage and a chance to stun. And then just spam Magic Sword. And let's be honest, Magic Sword is just awesome. The last and final number 18 pet is also a son. Oh no, the last one was Servant of Demidos. This one is Son of Seth. It's kind of weird. This guy you get from Reputation. This one is from Outcast Arakoa. I have no clue where they are, how you become their friends. Find the outcasts, earn their son. It's really kind of weird that they're giving away their son to friends. Okay, anyways, this is basically the Ruby Droplet variant with tons of self-heal and drains. He's got lots of great abilities. I'd actually be curious to see this guy go head-to-head with the Ruby Droplet and just see which one kind of wins out in the end, because they're very similar. So if it's better, we can be replacing our Ruby Droplet with everyone. And if it's not, even if it's not better, it might be nice to have both, just because they'll be different styles and different families. This one is actually undead and has more undead abilities like Plagued Blood, Touch of Animus is mechanical, and then Absorb, which is, similar to the Ruby Droplet, but a nice twist on it. So those are the pets that I think will be top tier, or at least close to top tier in the first few weeks of Warlords of Draenor. At the very least, they should be the pets that you rush out to get first. I hope it got you excited about a couple of them at the very least. When in doubt, grab a Grondling. That's going to be my theme for the first week. At least until we uncover the next big strategy, which we're going to be doing very soon. So try to grab all these pets as soon as you can, and more importantly, let us know what you think, and what other pets you discover that are awesome that maybe I overlooked on the list. Into the community section. The question, there is none. Aw. iTunes reviews. Aw, there is none. No new reviews in 6 months. I can't really be upset. I abandoned you, so you abandoned me. Fair play. Well done. Well done. I hate my life. Please go review me on iTunes now that I'm back and you can love me once again. That helps more people find the show, and I think a lot of people are going to be searching for World of Warcraft podcasts now that they're jumping back in for the expansion. I would love for them to find this show, and having high iTunes reviews is how we do that. So any help you could do there would be appreciated. As usual, we're going to have full show notes for this episode up on the blog with all the links to all the pets. I'll have, again, the link to all the Warlords of Draenor pets that you can look at, so you can look through the list yourself, and all the ones we talked about, and links to the specific abilities that we talked about that I think you're going to want to look out for on pets. All that is on GameDiplomat.com. Just go there, click on Pet Battles or World of Warcraft or anything related to that at the top, I forget. Next week, or next episode, which will not be 6 months from now. Hopefully, it'll probably be about a month, let's be honest. Let's say it'll be a Christmas miracle. We're finally going to review our Go Big or Go Home team, and then we're going to kick off a Draenor-only pet team. Oh, actually, no, we're going to make this earlier than a month, because I want to get to that Draenor-only pet team really soon. So I'll kick out this Go Big, Go Home team review, because let's be honest, we already know what we think about those pets. It's old hat. We're moving on to Draenor, buddies. Get lost, bonkers. And then we can jump into the Draenor-only pet team. That'll be better. Other shows, Happy Hearthstone. We're talking about random cards in the new expansion. The new expansion was just announced at BlizzCon, bringing in 120 cards. A lot of them have random effects, which I've seen people raging about. But I brought on my guest, Adam, who convinced me, and who I think will also convince you, that all the random effects on those cards are actually a good thing and increase the skill cap needed to play the game. So Hearthstone isn't getting worse, buddies. And all you little angry people on Reddit, it's getting better. So you can check out that podcast, learn why. As always, we'd love to know what you thought about this show and what you'd like to see added in future episodes. You can contact me directly at jaugustine on Twitter, or email me wowpetbattlecrew@outlook.com. Share it with the whole community by leaving a comment on the blog, or just go to Game Diplomat, click on Pet Battles. There you go. Google Plus as well. We're there. Come say hi. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of WoW Pet Battle Crew, where I talk insanely fast near the end for no apparent reason. And for taming the world of Azeroth with me one turn at a time. Happy hunting, tamers. On the 12th day of Draenor, Blizzard gave to me 12 mechanical scorpids, 11 sons of Seth, 10 golden dawn feathers, 9 Lantigore spawnlings, 8 Frostfur rats, 7 forest sproutlings, 6 fire wings, 5 types of crabs, 4 small grondlings, 3 wasp poisons, 2 axe beach hatchlings, and an ancient nest guardian in my bags. Merry Christmas or expansion launch day, whichever is more relevant when you listen to this.
Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Don't forget to check out all the other podcasts at MMOreporter.com or by clicking on any of the links here. And please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MMOreporter. Thanks, everyone, and see you in game.